Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Dear learners, how are you? I hope you are well. Alhamdulillah, I am also fine. Today I would like to talk a most important topic, that is how can you communicate with others. And today I want to clarify which are the most important tips for communication or improve your communication skills. Today I want to discuss eight communication skill tips. That means 8 tips for improving your communication skills. Through this process, you can develop your communication skills. I hope that you will enjoy this class. This is Abdul Bari, professionally lecturer in English, Sonapukur Surubi College, Parbotipur, Dinajpur. Today, I would like to clarify all these information. That means 8 tips I will clarify, I will explain, and you can easily understand through my speech. So I will request all of my viewers, please be attentive to this class. Let's get started and enjoy it. First one, that means if you want to improve your communication skills, 8 qualities are very much needed, and all these topics I will clarify, and I hope that after understanding these qualities, and if you acquire and if you practice all these in your practical life, inshallah you can develop your communication skills in English. Okay, first one, respect your audience. Before going to discuss this topic, firstly you should know what is communication. Communication is the act of transferring information from one place, person or group to another. Again I repeat, communication is the act of transferring information from one place, person or group to another. And if you want to do this, you have to improve your 8 qualities. First one, respect your audience. When you communicate with others, you should respect your audience. That means you are present one side and opposite audiences are present. So if you want to respect your audience, how can you respect your audience? Suppose Rohim is a person and you are speaking with Rohim. How can you respect your audience? You can respect your audience by giving more attention when your audience speaks. When your audience speaks, you should be silent and be more attentive. Through this process, you can respect your audience. And when your audience give some opinions, you should give priority. You should listen it carefully and you should give highlight, not neglect your audience. That means his speech, his opinion, his views, you should not neglect. You should give more priority. Obviously, you will also share your views, but when your audience says something, you give more attention and you give priority to your audience and you will listen so deeply and nicely. Okay, then come to the point of take time to respond. When your audience says something, it may be over phone or message or written or verbal or non-verbal information, take time to respond. If you want to respond to your audience, you should take time. That means when your audience asks some question, you take some time and give your head and then give the response. Through this process, you can also develop your communication skills. Make sure you are understood. That means when your audience says something, you should listen it very attentively and carefully. And if you are so much careful, I think that you can easily understand it. And if you are understood of your audience's voice, I think that you can also give a response. We know that who are the best listeners? They are the best communicators. So if you want to be best communicator, you should be more attentive to your audience's voice. Then come to the point of develop your listening skills. How can you improve your listening skills? We know that 4 skills for our improving learning condition. Among them, listening is one of them. So if you want to improve your listening power, how can you improve? If you want to improve your listening power, you should respect your audience. When your audience says something, you should be more attentive to his or her voice. That means when you will give more attention, then you can understand the voice of your audiences, and if you can understand, then you can recollect the memory and you can say something in front of your audience. And we know that who are the best listeners, they are the best communicators. So if you want to be best communicator, you should be more attentive to listening. Body language is important. You know that when a speaker speaks, body language is really so much important. That means hands, eyes, and total body. What do you want to say to your audience? Then your body language will say something. So if you want to improve your communication skills, of course you have to develop your body language. Survey studies that 65% body language develop your speaking quality, communication skills. So when you say something in front of your audience, of course you have to use your body language, eye contact, hands, figures, and body. All of the parts of your body will make simultaneously. You will express your feelings and your body also express like that. That means without saying something, your body will say something, then audience can easily understand. So simultaneously your verbal speech as well as your body language can play a very vital role to improve your communication skills. Then come to the point of maintain eye contact. This is very much important topic, especially for the job seekers and sit for viva voce. Eye contact is so much significant. When examiner asks any question, you should be very much straightforward and eye contact condition. You are able to say something, that's okay. You are not able to say something, but you should be so much attentive and active when anyone asks any question. That means eye contact is very much needed. Come to the point of engage your listeners. How can you engage your listeners? Suppose Rohim is a person and you are the speaker. How can you engage your listeners? In 2 ways, by asking question and listening his opinion. By asking question and listening his opinion. Through this process, engage your listeners. You will ask question and he will think and he will give the response and he will give more attention. So when you say something, obviously you should engage your listeners by asking question, by asking some clue. You should engage your listeners. Simplify and stay one message. That means when you say something, your language will be simple and straightforward, not so difficult. Abraham Lincoln deliver this valuable speech within very few minutes and good language. So when you say something in front of the audience, you should be very much simple and your language will be simple so that audience or listeners can understand your voice. You should not use so much difficult languages so that your listeners cannot understand your voice. And finally, I will request all of my viewers, please practice all this, and if you practice all these points, you can easily improve your communication skills. And communication skill is such a skill which can develop to be an ideal leader, ideal person, and ideal citizen. So if you want to be, you should have these qualities in your verbal speech, in your written speech, in your non-verbal speech and body language. All these qualities you should belong. Through this process, you can develop your communication skills. Finally, I will request all of my viewers, please practice all this in your practical life with your partner and readers and listeners and audience. Thank you very much for watching this video, and finally I will request, please subscribe my channel. My channel name is English Motivation 21. Go to the YouTube in search place and write down English Motivation 21 and you will get my channel, and subscribe it and you will get next videos. And please share this video to others so that others can also enjoy this video. Thank you very much for watching this class. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.